feels a funny word because we use it for so many different things. Let me say, I have a familiar sensation that something of importance and change is coming. Maybe that's the best way to say that. To me, it seems that the whole, I hate even saying the, or like labeling reality as this thing, but the truth is it's different for everyone, and I believe that everybody together is creating what we know as reality, and you might not be consciously doing it, but you are doing it. That's what we are as beings, creators. And we might be tricked into creating a reality we don't want, but it's ultimately our responsibility, right? That's my beliefs. That's the foundation in which I'm going to speak from. And sometimes I'm a little bit more controlled, and sometimes I'm not. To really think it was them and us until I realized that hell, there's things out there that we can do and we're not doing. You know, they look at that and they're like, well, they're fucking animals, they don't want to do that, and we're going to treat them like children because that's what they are. I think some of the people that make decisions for society probably care, probably most even, in their own way. I think that it's like, I got a rich friend, or he's not a friend. I would call him a friend. He probably wouldn't call me a friend like that. And he would even be upset if he's saying he's rich, because to him he's not rich. To me he's rich. To like a millionaire, he's average. He's probably middle class. But he would say that, you know, you got to wheel your way in there. You got to just keep grinding. That's all fair. That's fair. That is true. That does work sometimes. And we need those people. As we need all people. Even showboats. Without others, without people that are not like us, we couldn't exist. You see, without the head side of the coin, there is no tails. It's just one dimensional. I am fascinated by the world. Fascinated sometimes. Sometimes I just want to go to sleep. I don't know what it is we're doing here. Not all the time. I just kind of got a direction to go. And I've been struggling this. Well, I don't even like to say I haven't been struggling. I've just been going through my changes. And it's new to me. And new things are kind of hard to be comfortable with. They're not even really hard to go through a lot of times, but they're hard to, like, what it is it's like it's a fear. We work ourselves up. We work ourselves up into a reality that we're afraid of. And that happens because, why does that happen? That happens because what we take and put in our bodies, what we watch, what we listen to, who controls our paradigm. Ironically, I didn't even start understanding these principles or how things work until I started studying law. And I know, man, I tell people that, and they're like, "Oh, you ain't studying fucking law." I ride around with this guy riding shotgun. If not that guy, another one. You know what I'm saying? I don't really commit very well. I have a hard time finishing. You know, I'm good at whatever I do. It's not like I'm saying I'm the best, or I'm going to be above 50%, and I can only say that because I know what I give. I don't give near what I should, but I'm good at what I do and I want to do. I've never been able to be a studier and somebody that sets goals and reaches them. I come from a place where we're day to day, and it's a gift to be able to stay in the moment. I mean, I can get content anywhere. I can survive, as all of you can, until you do it. But you know, the past few years, I've not been able to settle. I mean, I was making really good money compared to where I came from, probably 200-300% more than I'd ever made yearly before. And you know, I have plenty of opportunity to make more, but I wasn't happy with that future. And people think that I'm off or different or crazy because, you know, I might turn down a good paying job to go work on one that gets me in debt a little bit. And just consider it, guys. I just want to consider what I'm doing with my time. And I want to make sure that I'm making a difference now. I've been nothing but a consumer my whole life. But I've had this in me. I've had this thing in me. It's right here. And as silly as that sounds, I feel a sensation. I physically feel a sensation. So that's why I said when I feel, it's a strange word, because there's a sensation that happens at the top of my stomach. That it communicates with me. And it doesn't say, oh, this is right, this is wrong, this is that. It doesn't use words. It uses feelings. Kinda like when you're sitting in a room, say, with a few people, and the person that you all have fucking been dreading shows, and he's in a pissy mood, right? We pick up on that. Or a person might come in that's normally in a good mood that isn't in a good mood. You ain't even got to look at them to feel that they're possibly, in a bad mood. You can't really put that into words. You can say, I feel like you're in a bad mood, but you can't describe what that feels like other than saying like low vibe and all that, which is fine, because that's, I guess, what it is. Feel things. I didn't always feel things. I've just kind of been going with the flow for so long, and I've realized that get around this car. I've realized that the world is a lot bigger than you think it is. Our time is made up. We are, right now we're working to support. We're like robots for the few people that do their purpose, And I ain't speaking for any one of you specifically. I'm just saying that's the way I've lived, and the people around me I've noticed live. When I started coming out of it, all I got was shit like I got this the other day. You sit up there on your pedestal and judge others. blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, I understand why you think that, but you just don't know. You just ain't listening. You know? I've read a lot of people off because I have a bit like, when a problem is brought to my attention, things just start coming to me. They're not mine. They're not things that I remember all the time. They're not like things I've learned. It's like literally like solutions come out of the air. And that, like, I don't know if that's why I've always been pretty good at picking up things at work and stuff, you know, like I do a lot of different shit. Like I can work on guitar, I can lay tile. You know, I mainly remodel homes, but fuck, I mean, you know, I'm open for an adventure. And now it's shifting. Like, yeah, I can still do all those things, but it's like elementary almost. And see, like, I think people hear that and they think that I'm saying that I'm better or above or anything, but it's really not what I'm saying. Like, if those things interest you, I'm like, fucking go for it, dude, that's great. Come to the house, I'll show you how to do it. That's not what I'm here for. And my whole life, I remember just a few things out of it. Like, I remember moments where answers just kind of come. You know, they're not mine. They come from the Creator. They're not from me. And I used to be a little arrogant, I guess, and that's possibly why the people in my life think sometimes that, you know, I sit on a pedestal. And maybe at first it was like that. But it certainly ain't like it used to be. I love you. I love you. I see the importance for everything. I know that, I mean, think about the worst person in the world. What's the worst thing you can do? Like a rapist, a child molester? You know, those are like generally some of the worst things you can do, you know? And without those people that do that, I can't exist. You can't exist. Without the bad, the good. Without the wicked, the righteous can't exist. You know, without the bad, the good can't exist. It can't be always be rainbows and butterflies. There's got to be some gray in there, you know. What is the sunshine without a little shade? You know what I mean? That's going to be coming out in the song later. But they're important, and they sacrifice who they are and their time here and their body and life to be an example of what not to fucking do, if you ask me. And they're sick. They're sick. If you in your right mind want things like that, then you're sick. You see, like, you can't even really hold them accountable for it. It's like a child. It's like this. You know, I was on pain pills. I got on pain pills when I was younger. And there was a lot of reasons that I used to say I got on them for. I had migraines when I was younger, and my dad took me to the emergency room. They started giving me Demerol and shit at 7, 8 years old. And then at 15, I had a migraine. The doctor pissed me off and wouldn't give me no tabs, and I robbed her office. You know what I mean? And I used to blame her for that, because like, she wouldn't have treated me like shit and all this. But you know, we all know that's kind of bullshit. We're responsible for ourselves. Well, it goes further. Like, I used to think, you know, the rich hold down the poor. The rich take more and more, and that's what they do. Things are out of balance. You know, the middle class is shrinking and all that. And while the rich do those things, we allow it to happen to us. You see, it's not their fault. They're just playing a game, man. They're just doing their program like a robot. And as long as we're in our shit and living in fear and not enough and wah me victimhood that's being taught, well, we're being robots too, because we're just reacting from each other. You don't have to live like that. You don't have to hate each other. You don't have to be afraid of each other. And the truth is, what do you want? Have you ever asked that? I didn't ask that till a year or so ago, and I still haven't come to the whole answer. The main answer is, I want to be my best service I can be. I want to be the potential I can be. I want to do, man, I want to show people that it ain't what they think it is. I want to inspire a regular Joe that's 35 with 3 kids, barely making it. I want to inspire him to create something, to write a book, to sing a song. I want to inspire that 50-year-old man that, you know, never had a relationship after his wife died, and his kids are gone, and he's sitting there alone. I want to inspire him to be a source of love, to be a source of good. I don't blame the system anymore as much, I guess. Sometimes I kind of do, reacting. I know the truth, at least. And the truth is, we're all responsible. And if everybody was doing their part, reality would be a lot nicer place. So that's what I want to do. I want to help wake up who they being the ones running shit. I want to wake up what they are really afraid of. And it's not AI waking up. They're afraid of you and I waking up. It's the you and I that they're afraid of. It's not AI. You're a robot until you're not. And I made up a new word yesterday, and it's called a Trictumbot. And that is when somebody has been tricked into becoming a victim until they become a robot. It's called a Trictumbot. Now, I might have been under the influence when I made that up, or when it come to me, or whatever. But I thought it was kind of clever. So that's what I'm going to title this. Trictumbots. Don't become one. It's you and I are the AI they're afraid of waking up. And God bless them, because without them, we can't exist. But the world is magical, guys. And I love you. As much as the people in my life probably think I'm still that same selfish guy, I hope they can feel an ounce of the love I have for all of our potential. I'm just so grateful. And, you know, I wanted to make videos, and I had cameras bought and shit, and I wanted to set it up and make it look perfect because it's important to me. And I thought I need to reach people. And not saying that people wouldn't know all this on their own, just saying that I see, 50 people a day. They're all just running their programs. It's sad. It's sad to me. When we moved in this place, rent was $600. We've lived here 4 years. It's $1,600. It doesn't have to be like this. Truth is, it's not even real. The money, it's not real. It's numbers. We're taught, we're tricked into being consumers. We're like cattle to people. Do you understand? We're like cattle. The mark of the beast, it ain't talking about the mark of the beast being the mark of the devil's mark. It's talking about your goddamn social security number, probably, or something like that. Like, to mark you as being a slave, a citizen slave. That's what a citizen is. It's an employee slave. Some are worse than others. This whole idea of what history and everything is, you gotta see this, man. It's not right. I hope you do what you feel compelled to do. If you guys like this stuff, let me know. As of this point, I don't think I've had a single person watch a video, so maybe it's for the future. I don't know. Sometimes you just gotta take a leap of faith.